Okay, so shared by Leon Schreiber saying 27 Home Affairs officials dismissed for fraud and corruption since July 2024. Hi, this is the African Time. The name is Vedashi. Welcome and let's discuss Africa. That is the leader of Home Affairs in South Africa. Man is saying that there have been 27 Home Affairs officials that have been dismissed due to allegation concerning fraud and corruption. And he's saying that this has been happening since July 2024 to date. They have actually dismissed 27 Home Affairs officials. What is your take about this? And as a South African, how do you see this to be? Well, when this was shared, some South Africans actually shared this. Well, see this. This one says, what about Chidema and her mother? Okay, so that's South African concern though. Man is saying that, wait a minute, you have found 27 officials to dismiss them due to corruption and fraud. But what about the Nigerian lady that was actually featured in South Africa's beauty pageant? Yeah, Chidema Vanessa Adechina and her mother issue. So South Africans still want to know what is happening. Well, hopefully we get to know what actually is going on and how the news is actually going. Well, again, this one says they should be charged and given criminal record. Otherwise, they will apply for jobs in other government sectors, release their names and faces so people will be aware not to hire them. Alright, so that is another point of view by another South African saying that, yo, wait a minute though, why are their names not shown or why are we not seeing their faces? We need to be due diligence because maybe they will be looking for another different government of appointee or government work and then they will be at a different sector in the governance. Well, that is another point though. And lastly, this one is saying that it is the first time in the history of Home Affairs that I can remember that so many officials got dismissed and prosecuted. Okay, so this one is also saying that, yo, this is actually the first ever time that he have actually heard about this. And he believed that things are actually on the right path. Well, as a South African also, at the comment section, let me know or let me see your takes concerning this. And how do you see this to be? Are you happy for this? And how do you truly wish that they have to be more done about this? Let me see your point of view at the comment section. Okay, well, let's see this. So, Schreiber was saying that 27 Home Affairs officials have been dismissed, but the question is, what actually happened and how are things going? Well, let's see this. So, shared by the Citizen, they say 27 Home Affairs officials dismissed for fraud and corruption since July 2024. So, during the same period of the BMA, 10 officials were dismissed for corruption and 1 for aiding and abetting. Well, let's go again. Now, Home Affairs Minister Leon Schreiber has commended the department's progress in rooting out corrupt officials. The minister launched the Border Management and Immigration Anti-Corruption Forum, BMIACF, on Tuesday to combat corruption. Okay, so he also came again and says, Schreiber said corruption in the department was not a one-man show. Sophisticated syndicates organize themselves within Home Affairs to extort and defraud both South Africans and immigrants. In quote, he says, where syndicates take control, they deliberately break the system. From the perspective of these criminals and an immigration system, they create loopholes to extort. Bribes is not broken. It is working exactly as they intended, said Schreiber. Wow. Okay, so this is one thing how he's actually believing. He knows that there have been some loopholes in the Home Affairs officials and their system or their deals that actually is affecting not only South Africans but also illegal immigrants who are in the country, because he believes that there's a lot of fraudulent acts and corruption happening in there. Well, let's see again. He says, for this reason, our efforts to defeat corruption will never succeed if we only seek to treat the symptoms. We require an approach that tackles the problem at its root by enforcing accountability for corruption and simultaneously reforming the system to close the loopholes and weakness that criminals exploit. Okay, that is a good point here. Now, again, he says the department has partnered with the Special Investigation Unit, Border Management Authority, Directorate of Priority Crime Investigation and the National Prosecuting Authority to enforce accountability in the border and immigration environment. Okay, so that is a good step by Schreiber there. Man is actually doing everything he can to make sure the Home Affairs Ministry is working better, and then the illegal immigration system and then immigration system in South Africa is also on a great move. Now, man is actually doing everything he can to tackle the issue. He says that they are not only here to treat the symptoms, but they are also trying to find the root of the situation and then make sure that they have enforced an accountability to anyone who can be found guilty here. Now they're saying that they have actually made a partnership with some special investigation departments like the Border Management Unit, Special Investigating Unit, and also the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation and the National Prosecuting Authority to enforce that accountability is actually met. So, man is actually not playing this time around, okay? Home Affairs is doing their job right this time. So, it also says, thanks to the work of our partners in law enforcement, 8 officials have already been convicted and sentenced to prison terms ranging from 4 to 18 years, while criminal prosecution of another 18 officials is underway. Over the same period, 10 officials at the BMA were dismissed for corruption and 1 for aiding and abetting. Another 45 BMA cases are at various stages in the disciplinary process and could result in further dismissals. Wow. So Schreiber, however, said eliminating the Home Affairs paper-based system will root out corruption. The department is replacing paper visas with an electronic travel authorization featuring artificial intelligence and machine learning based adjudication. Okay, so now some of the best plans he have actually decided to do is that they are now going to replace the Home Affairs work and then to destroy corruption by introduction in the paperwork should be done electronically, saying that they'll be using artificial intelligence and electronic travel authorizations to do this job. That is the basically thing is to erase corruption in the Home Affairs Department. So these are some of the basic steps that Schreiber is taking, and also making sure that everything is safe in South Africa and illegal immigrants can be reduced, and then people cannot sell their IDs for corruption or fraudulent activities here. So as South African, as I said, at the comment section, how do you see Schreiber's work? Someone was saying that this was actually the first time ever in his life seeing the Home Affairs Ministry actually dismissing officials based on fraud and corruption. You too can also share your point of view at the comment section. Well, this is something happening in the South African immigration system and the Home Affairs Department. Let's see what you think about this. The name is Vadashi. This was the African Time. Thank you.